Hey, everybody, it's me, Mike Recine. I will be at the Laughing Stock Comedy Club in Hershey, Pennsylvania, Friday, October 20th. You can get your tickets at MikeRacineComedy.com. Just Google it. You'll Google it. Google Laughing Stock Comedy. And let's start the show. How we doing, boys?
I'm good, man. How are you? I'm
Good.
recovering from Vegas.
You're recovering
Are
from
you
Vegas?
still recovering or no?
I don't ever want to go to Vegas ever again. It's just, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
Recine and myself were at Skankfest this year on Fremont Street, which is like
Yeah.
it's like OG Vegas, dirty Vegas. It's secondhand smoke Vegas.
There's something, I mean, I had a good time seeing everybody, but there's something about Vegas where it's like you feel like you're supposed to be having a good time. You're like, oh, this is fun because there's all these lights and everything.
Yeah, you have to commit to sin in order to have fun.
Yeah.
And then, a little bit of sin is fun, sure, but you also have to pay for it.
Mhm.
So sometimes that's losing your voice. The more sinning you do, the more you pay for it.
Well, the whole
Joe
time-
DeRosa jerked off a trans person.
And that's not a secret, right? That's everybody.
and so
everybody
now
knows
he's
the
that.
gonna-
secret
now he's
ingredient in
gonna
the
lose
sandwiches.
his sandwich shop, yeah.
Vegas should do like the Kennedy assassination where they put the X down, but put it down where Tupac got shot on the street,
Mhm.
so you can stand right there.
Yeah.
Be like, no, one shooter couldn't have done it.
Yeah.
Oh, they should 100% do that. I would love that. That's the other thing while we were there. They found Tupac, a female comedian's dad caught Tupac's murderer. I forget her name. Does anyone know her name?
Rachel Wolfson?
Rachel Wolfson, is that what it was? She's an Austin comic now.
I think so,
She lives
yeah.
in Austin. Her dad just caught Tupac's killer, or the guy was in the car
Right.
at least.
And
her
that was
mom.
that was an impossible case to solve because the guy they arrested only went on 500 podcasts and bragged about how he killed Tupac, or he said he was in the car, and he also said that P. Diddy gave him $1 million.
Yeah.
He said Puff Daddy ruined his life. He said he was making all this money, doing favors for people, living the life that he was living.
Mhm.
And then he did a favor for Puffy,
Mhm.
and now Puffy made it so he can't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Mm.
We should do an episode on all this stuff, but it is.
We
It
should have
seems
Puffy
like-
on.
Yeah, we should.
He
Well, it
lives
seems like
down
the
the
walls
street.
are kind of crashing down on him, right?
Did he? I think
Yeah.
he'll get away with it, unfortunately,
Yeah.
because he really did ruin the music industry in terms of sampling stuff.
Uh huh.
Not that sampling is bad, but that he didn't uphold the right to sample because he makes so much money on royalties
Mhm.
from sampling. So it's like he made his money sampling, and then legally he's made moves to make it so that other people can't do that.
Right.
You saw 50 Cent this weekend talking about why he doesn't go to his parties.
No.
He doesn't go to Diddy's parties. He says he hugs you from the front and the back.
I
yeah. He says, I don't want to go to a party like that.
heard 50 Cent also told a story about how P. Diddy told him, yeah, let me take you shopping. Let me buy you some outfits.
Oh,
And
yeah.
50 Cent was like, fuck no, what? But
I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't hate it if P Diddy took me shopping. I'm
That's
sure he
right.
would want something
Yeah.
out. of it,
Would you
know?
let Colin Jost take you shopping?
Yeah, absolutely. You don't think he has?
take you to Joseph A. Banks.
Yeah.
Mike's like, wow, this is the fanciest place I've ever been.
what an awesome. It's funny. Before we start, we're drinking gin and tonics tonight. Johnny brought over some gin and tonics, and I remember one time Deb and I we were in the airport in Atlanta. We were we had a layover, and we went to TGI Fridays because we had all this time to kill. So she orders vodka soda because she always drinks vodka sodas. She's like, I think this is gin because she's like, it doesn't taste like a vodka soda. So she sips it. She has me sip it. I'm like, yeah, that might be gin. And then so the waiter comes over, and the waiter's like the most Atlanta you could imagine, like the most Atlanta person, very very gay black guy.
Oh, okay. I was having trouble deciding what type of Atlanta person.
It was Donald
Right.
Glover.
It was Donald Glover. Yeah, it was Donald. His middle name is Lowe.
Donald Lowe Glover.
Because like DL
DL Glover,
Yeah.
yeah.
there you
Anyway,
go.
I don't know.
No, I like this.
Sniped his ass.
It's pretty.
So
You line
just,
him up.
just totally unnecessary. Just not even. Just no reason to take a shot at that guy.
Pretty dry wit on this show. You need a high IQ to understand
You
it.
need a high IQ to understand it. But she's like, I think this is gin. So she like calls the waiter over, and she's like, I think this is gin and not vodka. He's like, and usually when you like how it's supposed to go at a restaurant is you send something back and they fix it for you,
Right.
you know. But the guy goes, okay, well, does it have a scent? And she's like, what do you mean? He's like, well, if it was gin, it would have a very strong smell. Does it smell? And he like holds it under her nose.
Right.
And he's like, does it smell to you? And he like holds it under my nose. And it makes me sniff the drink. And I'm like,
Mike starts
no.
panicking. He's afraid of confrontation. So he's like,
I am.
no,
I
it doesn't
am.
smell. My wife
Literally.
is wrong.
Literally, yeah. I'm like, I don't really smell anything. No. He's like, okay, I'll make you another one. But yeah, if it was gin, it would have a very strong smell. And then so Dev's always kind of held that against me for not. But I don't know. It just all happened so fast.
During all of it.
Yeah. I hate sending stuff back because it's like, you don't know how they're going to, you know?
Yeah.
I've never sent something back and and they go, oh, sorry about that, sir.
Yeah.
They always had to challenge me.
Did you see the video this weekend of this guy's girlfriend arguing over seats with another woman at a football game?
No.
And then the girl just starts smacking the girl who has a boyfriend with her, and the boyfriend is just standing there like, I told you to stop arguing with her. And just lets her get the shit slipped out of her.
Good for him.
Yeah. How do you feel about that?
I think if your girl is getting attacked by a woman, you're allowed to beat the shit out of the woman.
Or at least pull her off.
You pull her off and you
Yeah.
say, hey, stop, because this is like a break glass if emergency situation, and we're in an emergency.
Uh-huh.
You know, and then if she continues going after your girl, you have to defend your family no matter what.
Yeah.
It's why a person with Down syndrome went into that McDonald's and kicked a kid. Next thing you know, guy with Down syndrome on the ground.
Mhm.
You can't attack people's kids. You can't attack people's girls. I don't care who or what you are. You get in these hands or this knee.
Mm-hmm. Well, once again, Scott, I have no idea what you're referencing. I don't really know how to respond to it.
I did see that video.
Would you defend your
I
girl
don't know
if a girl attacked her? Some people
a girl
don't.
with
They
Down
stand
syndrome?
there like morons. If your girl is losing to a girl who attacked her,
Yeah.
not a fight that they both agreed upon, an attack. You stop attacks no matter what they are.
If
Look
you're-
at Mike not knowing what to say.
If your girl,
I don't know the video of the person
I'm not
with Down
making a
syndrome.
video. I'm
referenced
giving you a
something.
scenario.
Oh, okay.
If your girl was condescended to by a service worker, would you have the balls to enter a self-defense situation and just absolutely beat the shit out of him?
Yeah. You should have got that guy in a headlock for making you smell that
Yeah,
drink.
I was on What Would You Do? It's would you commit a hate crime for a woman that you love? How dare you put this gin and tonic, the obvious gin and tonic in my face.
Yeah.
But anyway, shout out to gin. Well, you know, guys, we do feel like. Oh, by the way, since we're talking about Skankfest, I got to see Scott do stand up,
Oh yeah, I got to
Yeah.
see Mike. Yeah, it
which
was
I
great.
haven't seen. I haven't seen him in a while, but his stand up is very good. He's very.
Oh, thanks. You
He's
liked my
very-
set?
Yeah, I like you. You do comedy on your terms, which is good.
Oh,
You get up there, you go. This is what I'm going to talk
It's
about.
a pretty
I don't
backhanded
care.
compliment.
No, is it?
You do comedy on your
I
terms.
like people who do comedy on their terms. Scott goes up and he goes, "This is what I'm talking about,
Yeah.
and you guys have to catch up to me."
Yes,
I like
for
that,
sure,
you know?
for sure.
It's a good style. You don't try to win.
You don't try to like
anybody
make
over.
the audience laugh.
You don't
You're
try
not
to-
concerned
No,
with that.
when I
Yeah.
do, it goes so bad.
Yeah, he doesn't try to make the audience comfortable. He doesn't try to connect. He's just like, this is this is what the show's gonna be. He tells you what the show's gonna be.
A lot of
and you can
comedians have
either-
punchlines. Scott's
Yeah.
different.
Yeah, which is such a better way to do stand up in a
Yeah.
lot of ways. You know,
Yeah.
just
Oh,
you
for
just
sure.
you just get up there and you go, yeah, my dad, my you know,
flail a little,
yeah,
yell at a lady,
yeah.
throw something, and get on your way.
Yeah. They refuse to pay you.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah.
Yeah, you didn't do your allotted time.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of comedians do 45.
Yeah.
Scott's different. He does 20.
Yeah.
yeah. Then 20 of cleanup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
anyway, with all the bad stuff happening in the world, we felt like we wanted to share some good news. So a YouTuber got shot in the stomach.
Yeah, YouTube prankster
Yeah.
got shot
Tanner-
in a food court.
Yeah. Now I did a little bit of a deep dive on this guy on his YouTube channel. People go like, oh, he does these pranks and they're just annoying. He just like harasses people. They're not terrible, you know.
They're not pranks either, though. He just gets in people's faces.
He
with
gets
his
in people's,
phone.
but some of it's kind of funny. Like he went to the Super Bowl and like harassed Eagles fans, which like I'm on board with. He was like, you should take that jersey off, and then some fat guy from Philly is like, "Yo, you better keep walking, bro. You better." But the guy's clearly not going to do anything.
Was he outside the game or inside
Outside
the
the game, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think look, I love comedy. I think this young man is finding his voice.
Well, did the shot affect his vocal cord at all? Is he gonna have to?
No, I don't think so. I mean, he looks good. I mean, here's
Well, wait. Before we play that, I guess we should say the theme of this episode is self-defense. So we're gonna have some self-defense tips later on.
there's a lot of stuff there's a lot of stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So be self-defense, and maybe we talk about the Tupac murder next week on the Patreon or the free one.
Mhm.
We'll see.
Yeah. So it's like, and this is the best way to do self-defense. What we're gonna see in this video right here.
YouTuber attempts to prank you.
Yeah.
Dude, that's why you carry.
Yeah.
Everyday
exactly.
carry for
Exactly.
situations like this.
These people are out here. They're menaces. They're not funny. They.
Oh, dude, how
have-
funny if the Kumias of the world talked about pranksters like they do other people. There's the prankster violence in this country.
Yeah. I just don't understand where these kids have this like level of confidence that they don't think they're gonna get the shit beaten out
what
of them.
they've consumed their whole lives
Mhm,
is
is that.
giving them permission to do this. Their heroes do this shit.
Yeah.
And so, one, they want to be like their heroes, and then two, they want to be bolder than their heroes. So what you're getting is like pranks on drugs,
Right.
which is it leads to kids getting shot in the stomach.
Right.
And what's so fun about this man getting shot in the stomach? Should we play the clip? Are people going to hear the audio?
Yeah, let's roll the clip. They'll hear the audio, and then maybe Johnny can splice in the video if he wants. But if not, no one watches on YouTube. Here we go. He's in the mall. Him and his buddy.
Yeah, he's in the food
Can you turn up
court.
the volume a little?
Yes. Now,
All right, we're in the mall.
the guy that he's harassing is he's either a 31-year-old or 33-year-old DoorDash driver. So he's at the mall picking up food for somebody, which it's like you order
completely justified.
completely just 100%. Sending someone to the mall to get your food. I mean, it's one thing if it's like through the drive-through or whatever.
Yeah,
but like you got to go to a parking garage,
But
get
listen,
a ticket.
downtown Jersey City, though, it's like the only place where there's certain fast food that you want is at the mall.
Oh, okay.
And so
Oh, sorry.
they have to get
I
it
guess I
there.
stand corrected.
yeah. Dude.
All right.
Yeah,
How do you get PF Chang's? How do you get PF Chang's takeout if
Why
they
don't
only
you
have
just
a
the
PF
only
Chang's at the mall?
the only Chick-fil-A in Queens is in the mall,
Mhm.
Queens
there
Center
we
Mall.
Why don't you just waddle your fat ass over there and get your own goddamn food?
Well, that's a fact.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just want to pay $30 for a $15 meal.
Yeah. And actually, the other story that we're going to talk about involves Uber Eats DoorDash driver. This seems like the sort of the bottom rung of society, like this type of job.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like anybody can do it.
I mean, yeah, it's
If
all
you-
app slaves,
Yeah.
like food delivery app slaves, taxi app slaves.
Mhm.
Where the New Deal, everything from the 1930s, the minimum wage, overtime rules, none of that applies because they're all independent contractors.
Right.
And California even fucking passed a referendum that said we're going to do a carve out so that these Uber and Seamless people don't get minimum wage. They don't get overtime, So it's just kind of a very disturbing kind of the technology is not as important as the fact that they're rolling back labor laws that have been around for more than 80 years.
Right. So this is why I like having you on the show. You bring a depth to it that
Yeah,
Scott
that's
and I
crazy.
would
That
try.
seems more
Scott and I
concerning
couldn't
than
do.
AI taking over, like writing jobs or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's
Is
ridiculous.
that they can fold back rules because this is an app service, therefore independent
And you're an independent contractor.
Therefore, I mean, an independent contractor is like you're an elephant in a circus. That's what I've realized through independent contractors.
Right.
It's like a way for the person
Well, at
who
least
you're
the
working
elephants
for to
at least
abuse
the elephants
you.
get free peanuts.
Yeah, but
You know?
If
If you eat some of Lizzo's peanuts, she threatens you on fucking Twitter.
but every independent because independent contractor sounds like it sounds like everybody would want to be that. You work for yourself is what it sounds like.
Yeah.
But the truth is you work for other people who can take advantage of you under the idea of you actually don't work for me. You're an
Yeah.
independent contractor.
Yeah,
but I'm
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
fuck you like you work for me.
Yeah, you make your own hours. You make your own schedule. And it's
Exactly.
like, yeah. You ever talk to some of your Uber drivers sometimes?
Every now and then.
Well, they
yeah.
talk to me.
Yeah. But when they tell you what they actually make on some of these trips, it's like crazy.
Low?
Yeah, like in Denver, there was like a bunch of flights were canceled, and they were charging like $160 for a Uber ride, and the drivers were getting like $20.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Well, I've also had some Uber drivers. You go to the airport
Mhm.
and you get you get the Uber and say it's $32, and then they cancel it because peak something is about to happen, and then so that you go, why the hell did they cancel it? And then you try to reschedule an Uber and it's $65, and you go, oh, because you want me to pay double for this.
Right.
But Uber drivers, it does come with a fringe benefits like being able to shoot prank YouTubers.
Right.
dude.
Right. I mean, this guy is taking the power back, and folks, we'd love to see it. So here we go.
Hey, D- quit thinking about my twinkle.
This guy's much bigger than him.
He's
Hey, D-
filming him.
quit thinking about my twinkle.
Yeah, he's a prankster who should be playing sports.
So he's
He
like
should be a
holding.
jock.
He's holding his phone up to this seamless driver picking up the food. He's holding the phone up to his face and he's playing this. I don't know if it's from his chat or something, but
Yeah, it
something
sounds
about
like an
thinking about my
AI.
twinkle or whatever it is.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Some fucking retarded
It's
millennial
not even a
Zoomer
prank. You
shit.
go, what's the prank?
Right.
Like if you don't get
Yeah,
shot
yeah,
in the
yeah.
stomach, what's the funny part? That's what I'm asking.
Right.
Getting the shot really does
Yeah.
make the joke
Yeah,
work.
do you even have a
Yeah.
video if you don't get shot in the gut?
Yeah. It is. I mean, in his defense, it is kind of funny to see people get like really mad. You know, like
Sure, yes,
Like-
it is.
yeah. But I don't know. It's like you can't just mess with anybody.
It is funny to make people mad and troll people, but it's not
Mhm.
funny when it's like the literal slaves of the
Yeah.
modern economy.
Right.
Yeah, and his mom dropped him off at this fucking mall.
Hey, D- quit thinking about my twinkle.
That's 3 stops and a boom! Stop. Shot to the stomach.
Dude,
Dude,
it's like- in the full length video that I saw on Twitter, the guy goes like, "Oh!" You
Yeah.
hear him like fall over.
Oh, that's the best part about getting shot in the stomach is that you have to react like you have a bellyache.
Yeah,
you have to
yeah.
react like a 5-year-old who is about to shit his pants, even though you might die. You automatically turn into like, ow, my belly! Even though you're a man who took a bullet.
I ate some no food.
Yeah, you become an immediate toddler.
Mhm.
Such a shame.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great. That was one of the best. Clear self-defense.
Clear self-defense.
Well, so that's the other thing is the guy got let go. The
He
only
did?
thing he got in trouble for was shooting the gun indoors.
He was charged, and I think he was arrested at the mall. He was charged, and they charged him with
Sure,
like
there's a kid screaming on the ground, pleading. He's gonna get arrested. They gotta hear what happened.
what he was convicted of was unlawful discharge of a firearm in a
yeah.
public space. So I don't. He might do some. I don't know if that's jail time. If you get jail time for that.
Depends
But-
if it's like first offense or how good
Yeah.
your lawyer is.
Yeah, but he was charged with. Let me see if I can find it.
Disorderly conduct. Or
No, he was charged with like reckless
endangerment.
reckless something like that.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we respect what the jury says. Blah blah blah. Acquitted the man who shot him in a mall food court earlier this year. It doesn't say what the charge is.
Wait, a jury acquitted him?
Acquitted the driver. Yeah.
That rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, that's how
know.
annoying.
12 people
I
were
know.
just as annoyed as we were
Just
with
as
this
annoyed.
prank.
They all watched that footage and went, damn.
yeah.
12
Oh,
angry
man.
men. It's just them in there like, can you believe he fucking did that?
That should be like
Jack Lemon's like, we got it. This kid's a menace.
Yeah, we should hang him.
We should prosecute him. That's right. George C. Scott.
Yeah, fuck him in the ass.
I love to fuck this little kid in the ass.
yeah, they form a lynch mob and kill the YouTuber.
Yeah. I wish I could find what the
And then the little prick.
what the thing was. Cook was hospitalized following the April 2nd incident at the Dulles Town Center in Sterling, Virginia, when Coley allegedly shot the content creator.
The content creator.
It's such a funny, funny sentence.
Well, he did help him create better content than he's
for
ever created
sure.
before.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was bleeding content. He was like
Yeah.
a pinata of content.
He also posted a YouTube video in July titled "I Got Shot," featuring footage of the aftermath of the shooting.
Yeah, man, these little fuckers.
I mean, it's true. Like, none of his content, but also nothing we've done on this podcast would be as good as a video of one of us getting shot.
No.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's really just next level kind of stuff.
Yeah, you become a beggar immediately, no matter how confident you are.
Would you guys take a bullet in the leg for 100,000 subscribers like tomorrow?
Ooh.
Yes, $5 each.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
probably.
Bullet to the
No,
leg.
no, no. Like
yes.
just YouTube subscribers.
I'd have to see the monetization numbers.
The monetization
Yeah.
numbers. Yeah.
I'd have to see how irritated everybody gets with the amount of ads. You know, is it worth how angry they are at us?
How about double the Patreon money?
Yeah, I'm
A
in.
bullet.
Yeah.
Would you get shot for $500 a month?
I mean that's not a bad. One of us. We should just draw straws.
Yeah.
My
Johnny, cut up some straws, and then whoever's got the shot in the leg.
We're tired of asking you to subscribe to our Patreon.
Yeah.
Now
We're
we're
telling
doing
you.
Russian roulette.
So he was arrested and charged with aggravated malicious wounding, use of a firearm in the commission of a felony, and discharging a firearm within a building. So he was acquitted of aggravated malicious wounding. But everybody, like, yeah, people hate this fucking guy, this guy
be
so
great.
much.
He hires fucking Gregory Peck from To Kill a Mockingbird as his defense attorney.
The DoorDash guy.
The only
Ladies and
person
gentlemen,
who
how
doesn't
many
agree-
times have you been in a mall with your family and some YouTuber comes up and calls you a bitch?
Now imagine if that YouTuber wasn't white.
Yeah, the
But-
only person who wanted to see the Uber Eats guy get charged was the person waiting for their food. It's like,
Yeah.
where the fuck is my Taco Bell?
Yeah,
Where's
yeah,
my
yeah,
mall
yeah,
Taco
yeah.
Bell?
Yeah.
Yeah, the cops probably ate his fucking order when they took him down to the station.
Oh, no doubt.
He's like, where's my Arby's and my Annie Ann's? He got food from both places. He's just some
Yeah,
fat
yeah,
piece
yeah.
of shit in a scooter, going around in circles.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
But
anyway,
it should be like one of those like Florida stand your ground laws. Is if you ask a prank YouTuber to stop once and
Yeah.
he doesn't, you can
Yeah.
just shoot him.
yeah.
Because he asked him to stop multiple times.
Multiple times.
before he shot him.
Yeah. And then you look at the size difference too. I mean, I don't know. I think it's that people are so annoyed with this YouTube stuff. You
Yeah,
know?
but there's also
if he was like a Jehovah's Witness or something.
It is like, I will admit, it takes balls to do pranks in a country where everyone has a gun.
Sure.
Like if you're
Sure.
doing pranks in France,
Yeah.
okay, that's annoying. But
Yeah.
at least in the U.S., I will acknowledge, yeah, you got some balls on you,
Yeah.
but you
People-
still deserve to get shot.
It is like, I mean, like I said, it is funny to see people get mad, I think maybe hopefully this guy kind of finds his voice.
Yeah, I think the problem
Eventually.
is prank isn't an art form.
Yeah.
It's not something that there's like books about that people discuss who's the best prankster.
Right.
Because otherwise you go, wow, I got shot for my art,
Mhm.
and you're a martyr, and it's interesting.
Right.
No one cares.
Right.
Right. The
He's not Lenny Bruce.
this younger generation doesn't understand the subtle art of pranks like what we grew up on, where a guy from the Howard Stern show would call up an Indian restaurant and ask, "Is your turban dirty?" again and again, and they would play that in between the commercial breaks.
Y'all
It
used to
kind
do
of
pranks as
really
kids?
refined prank humor.
It was so easy to be white back in the day, huh?
Did you guys do pranks as kids?
Yeah. My brother and I, we would prank call this Seattle Public Access show because they would just, like public access TV, they would just put callers on the air. So there was like, it was a lot of like stupid jokes, but then there'd be like a sex positive Seattle show, and we would like call it up, and I would do one like, because the topic was anonymous sex. I was like, yeah, I've been having a lot of anonymous sex when I can't read the name on the tombstone.
Oh,
Or just
that's
like those kinds
great.
of stupid things, just to like try to annoy or get a reaction.
Yeah. That's fun.
We would do the pranks I did were fucking lame. I mean, prank phone calls, sure, and then maybe property damage sometimes, but like an actual prank. I remember trying to recreate trigger happy TV segments. I remember making a fake giant cell phone with my friends
Uh-huh.
and being like, "This is so funny."
Oh
And
yeah.
there's
Yeah.
just no doubt in my mind. Everyone from Jersey was like, "What is this British humor? What the
Yeah,
fuck
yeah,
is
yeah.
this guy doing in the corner?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Hello,
Yeah.
yes, I hear you."
Yeah. I think I wasted all my good pranking years because
Yeah,
I
you gotta
can't
be a
do that.
kid.
now. Yeah.
Well, I
gotta
remember
be a
being a kid. I remember being like 14 years old on a ferry with my mother on the Hudson River. And she said that, basically kids can do whatever they want and get in trouble. Like a kid could jump off of this right now and he won't get in trouble. But if an adult does, they'll get in trouble.
Right.
And I remember going, wow, permission to prank. And then I pranked for like 2 years. I think 14 and 15, I was pranking. Calling Chinese restaurants, letting them know the business. Blaming them for things the Japanese military did. Yeah, good times.
Nice. Well, they caught up with this guy's mother after the verdict. They caught up with this guy's mother, and this is what she had to say. Also, she's I don't know if you guys saw this clip, but she's kind of a piece.
Yeah, she's a beautiful
The
lady.
YouTuber's mother?
Yeah, she's a good-looking lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, the same mom who dropped him off at the mall, the same mom who was waiting for him in the parking lot, wondering why he wasn't
Drove
back
him to the
yet.
hospital in her Chevy Suburban. he got blood all over her.
Yeah, the same mom he yelled at for not bringing McDonald's to him on day 2 of his hospital stay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he probably just treats her like shit.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I just want to thank God that he's alive, and at the end of the day, we respect what the jury says, and my family and I are just grateful and thankful that I have my son here, and nothing else matters right now, and that's it. I want to thank the prosecutors, the Commonwealth prosecutors, Miss Jones and Eden Holmes. They did an outstanding job presenting this case, and we couldn't have had it any better, and regardless of the outcome, the jury's the jury, and we totally
Then
respect
he comes
how
over and
our
does
law
like
plays out, and
mongoloid
this was-
face, like
Yeah,
starts
The
staring
kid
at the
walks over
camera.
in sunglasses and then rips the shades off and is acting all stonery.
Yeah.
He's doing he's like pretending his mom is a news reporter and he's in the background of her being silly. But it's his own mother. And he's ruined her life this past year.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's ruined her life. He got shot at
He's absolutely ruined her life. And now he's deciding to prank her while she's doing an interview.
he's pranking her. But then she looks at him, he's making that face, and she giggles.
She giggles.
And she kind of
like,
swats him a
"That's
little bit,
him.
and she goes,
That's
let's
our
go.
boy.
Yeah. The relationship between mother and son is like very special, Like obviously, like you can't really fault this woman for loving her kid unconditionally.
Yeah, where's his
And,
dad?
Yeah. Well, his dad did make a statement, I think.
Just real quick, Tanner, you said you wanted to. What's your message to the people?
Also,
who,
his name is Tanner. What is this, 2023? All Tanners deserve to get a shot in the stomach once.
Okay.
By the time they're 18.
Right.
What's your message to the people who might have a question about
His attitude
your
is so
content
funny too.
itself?
I don't know. Guess we'll just have to keep watching.
So you'll continue to make videos?
Yeah, probably. We'll see,
How disappointed are you about this?
I really don't care. I mean, it is what it is. It's God's plan at the end of the day, so.
Yeah. Somebody said it's God's plan for me to get murdered. Because I was fucking with some psychopath.
Yeah, but
some guy who just been pushed to the edge at the
this main character syndrome where he thinks the terrible thing he did is a good thing for him, and now it will elevate him.
Yeah.
He really thinks taking a bullet has given him like a superpower.
Yeah.
Like we didn't all see him crying on the floor.
Yeah.
He didn't react like
it's just
Superman.
so funny though. The mom can't even say like, "Oh, I'm really disappointed that we didn't have justice." Like she has to be like, "Well, we respect the jury's decision." She can't even be upset. When they read that verdict, she was like, "God damn it!"
Yeah,
that the kid that shot her son is not going to jail.
But even if 50 Cent getting
she
shot
can't-
9 times was on camera and we saw it, no one would have bought that album because it would have been someone call my mom.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
Call 911.
I'm pissing the shit everywhere, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna die.
I love you, man. I'm gonna tell you I love you. I fucking love you.
He's like, I never kissed a boy on the lips. I always wanted to.
Yeah. The
You're right,
EMT is
though.
like, sir, calm down.
You're right, though, Scott, because it's like in the abstract, a rapper getting shot is like cool and
So
tough.
cool.
Yeah.
But in reality, it's just the Omaha Beach scene from Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah, dude.
Right.
Mommy!
It's every kid falling off their bike at age 4, and you scrape your hands on the concrete. Just chaos.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really fault this woman. I mean, it's like you have a kid, you especially moms, you know, they love their sons, and I just I guess my big takeaway is that where was this kid's father? Because your father should be the one that goes, hey, stop doing. Your father should like not like you as much as your mom does, and be able to tell you when you're being annoying or you know,
Yeah,
like
and
when Mike dies in 4 years, Scott and I will have to stop Benjamin from being a prank YouTuber.
right, or doing improv or like painting his nails. Yeah. You're like, why don't you podcast like your father? You guys have to find him like you're Obi-Wan Kenobi and he's Luke Skywalker.
That's what
Show him my fucking podcasting microphone like it's Darth Vader's lightsaber. You know, your father made $1,100 a month with this microphone.
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't know.
It makes me believe in justice.
Yeah.
That 12 people, you know, in this country, we think things are sliding the wrong way, but they're still decent, hardworking jurors.
Yeah.
Willing to hear the evidence.
Yeah.
And let a seamless driver go free for shooting a YouTuber in the stomach in a crowded mall.
Yeah.
Like eventually, to be fair, they're gonna have a few YouTubers on the jury,
Right.
Because
Right.
it's definitely an identity.
Or I think that would disqualify you.
Yeah.
It's just Hassan Piker and Hassan's like, yeah, I don't know. I don't think YouTubers should get shot. Anyway, so shout out to what's that young man's name? The guy that shot him. Thank you for showing
there
us.
should be a GoFundMe.
Alan
for that.
Coley. Alan Coley, you're the real ass dude of the week.
Yeah, dude.
Seamless
31-year-old
driver
Alan
of the
Coley.
month.
Seamless driver of the month. He's got
He should get free food court food for a year.
literally, yeah.
Keeping pranksters out of food courts.
Yeah, free Annie Ann's for forever.
Yeah, dude. Brother gets a Wetzel pretzel.
It looked like he was carrying a
and
lot
a
of
Cinnabon.
It looked like he was carrying a lot of food. All right, so now we're gonna get into sort of the we're at like 30 minutes, so
Yeah, this is the episode.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I just want to get into this story. Philadelphia motorcyclist charged after allegedly kicking in windshield, waving gun at driver in violent video. We're gonna go a little more serious now. This is a story about another DoorDash driver. So what happened here in Philadelphia, and this video was taken from the top. Jesus Christ, what is the word I'm looking for? The top shelf of a double-decker bus, the top layer.
Oh, is that what it was? It was the,
Yeah,
it was the
they were
top,
they were on a sightseeing bus.
Okay.
Basically, there's a bunch of people riding dirt bikes like they do, being fucking menaces, being absolute pieces of
that
shit.
is common though. In cities, you'll randomly
Yeah.
be hanging out, and then all
Well,
of a
it's
sudden,
annoying,
15
yeah.
guys on dirt bikes.
Yeah.
And they're having
Yes.
fun. I get it.
I get it.
It's
and you're
fun.
stopped at a red light, and one of them goes in front of your car and goes like this, and then it's
Yeah,
and then
yes.
and
They
then you
take-
go, okay, I better give them the thumbs up, or they're gonna beat me to death. That's kind of the implication with
Yeah,
these
you have
people.
to go, holy shit, this is so cool.
Yeah.
You have to go, you have to like tap your
guys
wife.
are awesome.
Yeah, you have to tap your girl in the passenger seat and ask her to flash them for you.
Let's not make them mad.
Come on, they're not going to drive away until you flash them.
Honey, they want to see some titty. Please, honey, take over the team, or they're gonna kill me. But there was a guy in Harlem who one of these fucking animals hit his car, hit his mirror. Well,
Yeah.
they are animals.
I get. All right.
Well,
fine.
yeah, it's a motorcycle crew. Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
Fine.
But the guy was African American.
No, he's a white guy.
No, this
This
guy
guy's
this
white.
guy in Philly's a white guy, but I'm saying in
Oh,
Harlem,
the person attacked. I thought it was a white woman. I thought it was a lesbian woman.
it was a black woman and a white guy
Oh, okay.
in Philly. But I'm talking about the
Yeah.
one in Harlem.
Oh,
This
okay.
guy's driving his car. One of these people hits his side view mirror. He gets out of the car. They start arguing, and they all start like beating him. And the guy went to the hospital and died a few days later.
Sucks.
So it's one of those things where it's like in this incident in Philly, lady's driving her car. She gets in. They hit her car with one of their shitty dirt bikes. She starts yelling at them. She is a Uber Eats driver who's got her 5-year-old and her 2-year-old in the car. And this fucking animal over here, he's also they arrested him too. His name's like Cody something. He's a white supremacist.
Oh, they arrested him on like 19 charges too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He jumps on top of her car, kicks her back windshield,
Pulls
jumps
a
on
gun
it,
out on her face.
pulls a gun on her. Yeah, I would love to just be a guy in a sniper's nest, watching this thing go down. I'd love to just. I want to get demonetized.
Be the
here.
hero Philly deserves.
I'd love to
not
be
the hero Philly needs.
I would love to be Kiefer Sutherland in phone booth.
I'm imagining like
And
Mike lying on his back on the couch, jacking off to Charles Bronson in Death Wish. I wish it was me. I want to kill people on the subway.
I'm ordering Uber. That lady's my Uber Eats driver. She's bringing me insomnia cookies.
Sean, you don't drive, right?
I have a license, but no, I don't drive.
A thing I do while I drive, at least once a week, I picture whatever someone has just done to me on the road, a driver, whether they cut me off, acted irresponsibly, as they're driving away in the distance, I picture their car hitting something and doing a flip in the air and landing upside down. Does that happen to you a lot?
Yeah, and then you
All
just
the time.
like go up to them like Fargo. They're like struggling to.
Yeah, I
their-
picture
the
me
seatbelts
getting out,
wrapped around their neck.
Yeah, I just put my foot on
They're
their
like,
hand. yeah, and steal their ring. You know, like Ace Ventura taking all the dolphins' rings. Thank you. He's dead.
Yeah.
Finally got your Super Bowl ring.
Yeah. It's just I can't imagine a bigger low life. I would love to just be perched on top of a roof.
Yes, just such a
And
little
just-
grimy kid. You got to see this guy. How old was this guy who did it? He did it for no
26.
reason. Just again, you are 20
Well, he hit her car and they
motorcycles.
they got into an argument.
Yeah.
And then
Pulls a gun on her face. She's a woman.
He jumps on the back windshield and
Does she live or what
so
happened?
she lived,
Okay.
but she had her 2 kids in the back seat.
Backseat of the car.
While she was delivering food to people.
Oh, she was also an Uber.
She was
driver?
also an
I
Uber
see,
Eats
I see.
driver. Yeah.
Damn,
We got to give these
So-
people guns.
Road-
I think.
we
Road
gotta-
rage is
cops
crazy.
and Uber drivers get to have guns.
It is crazy.
Yeah.
Have you ever been in like a road rage
Like, not
situation?
really. I mean, I'm usually a pretty calm driver, though.
Yeah.
But, like, I've been in the car with people who just get, like, fucking angry
Yeah.
about things.
Yeah.
Well, and I think I've mentioned it before. What it really is you could die in a car.
Of course.
And someone else can die.
Mhm.
And so you're driving around, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, you might have killed me. But even more than that, a lot of the times it's, you almost made me hurt you.
Yeah.
And so you're fighting over, being scared that you almost killed this person that you are also yelling at.
Yeah.
It's pretty interesting. It's all
Yeah.
about safety. It's
Yeah.
all you willing to kill someone because y'all almost died in a car situation.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now someone has to die.
Yeah.
Mm.
I lately I've been breathing more because of stories like this where people are way more willing to pull out guns, way more willing to pull out knives. People have nothing to live for, or they're not thinking, or just because the last 5 years have been so chaotic on the brain
Yeah.
that people.
I do hate when people
Are
honk.
shattered,
I do
man.
hate when people honk at me though.
Yeah.
I mean, I snap in the car.
You do?
I have a problem. I have had to actively tone it down the last, I would say, 2 years, because there's just that feeling when you're in, especially in the city,
Yeah.
of these
It's
people who
fun
were
to-
once crazy and I rolled my eyes at are now crazy and might lunge at me.
Right. Right.
You know what? It is cool, though. Like, when I play, like, Grand Theft Auto or Red Dead 2, I love to murder NPCs when they just mildly disrespect or inconvenience me. So
You
it is
do?
nice that there
That
are...
messes up your honor level.
Yeah, it does. But there are, like, just people who live like that in real life. Like,
Clearly.
Yeah.
you just a random snide NPC comment, and you're like, I don't give a fuck about jail. You're gonna die right now.
Yeah. Sean just walks around the Old West killing dogs.
They barked at me weird.
In the original iteration of Red Dead, there's not, after you kill a buffalo, you could fuck it, but they took that away.
Take it away.
Yeah. Because Sean was doing it too much.
It's the hot coffee mod for Red Dead.
Yeah.
Damn, now I want to play Red Dead. Not because I want
It's
to fuck an
boring.
animal.
It's boring.
It's not boring. You're just you care so much about this honor thing that does not matter. Turn heel,
It does matter.
wear a black hat, and shoot people. It's hilarious and
It's really fun.
Well, it matters because it
You can
affects
feed
the
people to
story.
pigs.
It
Who
affects
cares about the story? You played the story.
It affects the things that the interactions that the guy has.
Of course,
But
but
it
that's
is kinda
also the
fun to be a
story.
piece of
The
shit.
idea is
Yeah.
there's many stories.
Right.
Play it different now.
Right.
Go into it as a bad guy. Someone hurt
It is
your
kind
kid.
of fun. Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
move forward. You know,
Yeah.
it's fun.
Right.
Did I cut off Mike? You were gonna say something?
Oh, well, just in Red Dead, if you play with low honor, when Arthur dies at the end, spoiler,
Yeah.
he goes like fuck. He He goes, "Damn us both!" to Micah. Micah shoots him in the head.
Right.
Oh,
So it's
yeah,
like
they
they're
go to
both
heaven
like
if it's
bad
bad?
people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I got the bad ending
you did.
because I killed a lot of people.
If you're good, what happens? You meet Peter at the gates.
Yeah.
What the fuck is? Who cares?
If
You
you're
get
good-
72 virgins if you die. They got it's just 72 virgins come out.
There is an option.
You
at
were
the end.
Muslim the whole time. Yeah. Congratulations.
There is an option.
The good ending, Arthur embraces his law.
Yeah, the Muslim Brotherhood.
Scott's having a good episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, there is an option though. At the end, you either help John escape or you go back for the money. I went back for the money.
That's a good one.
That's kind of fun.
That is hustler Mike Recine
Yeah,
mindset.
damn. Well, wouldn't you want to help a guy escape though?
But he's fine. He's in the first game, which is the sequel.
Mike's
so.
like $50. Can't say no to that.
yeah,
So you know he's gonna be okay.
that's groceries.
There's
that's 4 bags of pasta.
You know what I
You
hate
can
about
save
Red
your
Dead?
you can save your friend's life or shoplift from Whole Foods.
You can't shoot up the damn theater
Oh, in Red Dead.
in Red Dead
That's right. Yeah.
because of movie theater shootings.
Well, you can't have sex either, which is kind of annoying.
We've talked about
Didn't we
this.
talk
talked
about
You can
this?
have sex.
No, you can't. It's
You can't have sex if you're a nice guy in the game.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
You got to kill a bunch of women.
Yeah, until one of them goes, God, that's kind of hot.
The most you can do in Red Dead is a woman gives you a bath.
Okay.
Anyway, I digress.
We did have
Um,
this same debate on a different
Yeah,
episode.
Okay.
yeah.
It's on Patreon, everybody. Patreon.com/.
I can't tell you the episode number,
Yeah,
but just
yeah.
listen to all
It's
of them.
the
You'll get to
video
it
game
eventually.
episode. We did a video game
Oh
episode.
yeah, I guess it was.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Anyway,
Smart.
it's I feel so bad for this woman in this video because as you can see, there's a gang of people. This guy's kicking glass at her children. She gets out of the car. It's like I don't know. She handled this very well, but it's like that's so terrifying that
He's
a
got a
fucking
helmet on. He tries to headbutt her with what
and
the
I didn't
helmet's
see him.
on.
I didn't see him draw the gun, but imagine an entire biker gang is pissed at you, like you're Pee Wee Herman.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
back in- you know what I mean? It's like to me that's like the scariest thing.
Even
And I don't even know
she
how
pulled
you-
the gun on her. She pushes him off of his bike. When he gets on the bike, she pushes him.
Right?
So she calls his
She's
bluff.
not taking any shit.
He reveals to be pussy,
Yeah,
and then he gets arrested on 19 charges later on.
yeah. But I think the only way you're getting out of that situation is if you have like katana swords. You know?
Well, sure. I mean, I guess it was supposed to be a self-defense episode, and
Yeah.
we ended up just laughing at people not knowing how to defend
Well,
themselves.
I guess the self-defense tips will be on the Patreon.
Oh,
so
okay,
that's
sure,
good. If you
sure.
want to defend yourself, you're going to have to give us $5.
$5. Yeah.
And then you can come over to the Patreon.
Yeah,
and
we're
we'll
not
tell you
giving
how.
out this great information for free.
Yeah.
That we Googled.
Yeah.
The free listeners can fucking die.
Yeah, fuck
The
you.
patrons, we're going to keep safe.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep you alive.
Hey, you want to stay alive? Cough up $5. Cough up $5 to the boys if you want.
What if like one of the listeners
you want to
does
live.
get fucking murdered and they're like, I should have paid $5.
Yeah.
I
Hey.
was too cheap.
Yeah,
I
you
should have
should-
given them $5.
Yeah, you should have. He's coughing up blood. They're like, tell Mike and Scott and Sean, I'm sorry.
The self-defense tip's gonna save
Gonna
me.
save my life. But yeah, this is why you don't. I don't know these people, these bikes. I want to just watch them all get bulldozed.
Look,
I
I
wanna
love
watch
a
it-
dirt bike. I'm a dirt bike fan. When I see dirt bikes,
Yeah.
if I see a guy on a dirt bike, I get jealous. In Grand Theft Auto Vice City, all I would want to steal is a dirt bike. They're cool, they're fun, and I get wanting to ride through a busy city with one.
With your boys.
That's the problem, though.
Yeah.
Is all of a sudden, when you want a dirt bike, you realize almost nobody else in the city wants a dirt bike or has the same interests as you.
Right.
So you got to find the 15 other guys
Yeah.
that are interested in dirt bikes.
Mm-hmm.
And then you ride around, you have this loyalty to each other.
Mhm.
It feels like a gang. Everybody is rolling their eyes at you like you
Mhm.
are a gang.
Mm-hmm.
And now all of a sudden you want to fight people.
Mhm.
And you're going to he's going to go to jail for a long time. 19 charges is, that's plenty.
Yeah.
And the kids being in the
good.
car, the gun coming out.
What,
Good, good,
what
good,
happened
good.
in this country where you can't even shoot a gun at a woman with her kids in the car?
You got to be on a horse. If you're on a horse and pull out a gun, that takes some skill, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Same with robbing. I used to have a joke about that, how like train robbing was like amazing.
Mm-hmm.
You'd have to be on a horse that could catch up to a train.
Yeah.
You'd have to be able to hop onto a train.
Well, the train went 10 miles an hour though.
Was that true?
Well, no, I mean the trains are pretty slow.
yeah.
But yeah, no, it is kind of a hard.
Sure,
yeah.
but nowadays it's just, bing, door opens and you just shove a lady and pull her purse
Right.
the opposite direction.
Right.
Good.
Right. Nowadays, you go, I bet y'all motherfuckers scared of me.
Yeah.
You can just rob anybody that you want. Do you guys feel like, because we're all kind of getting older here, do you guys feel like you're a little bit more, like I kind of understand the reactionary urge to like have a gun, have lots of guns, keep them in my house, like defend my, because I do feel like I'm getting, I just feel like more vulnerable these days, you know?
You mean personally, like your health?
I'm getting older. My knees are shot.
Or does the news scare you more?
It's not the news. I think I'm recognizing some of my limitations. I'm not as strong as I used to be. My knees hurt, my back hurts, and I have a.
You want a gun the way like old people use a cane just to make things easier for you.
I
You want to
kinda
be able
like-
to pull out a gun.
You know what I was thinking
Get
about?
places faster.
I'm locked out. I just shoot the door.
I kind of want a gun, but like if they murder you, the CIA or whatever, they just kill you with your gun, and then it's
Right.
just a suicide.
Yes,
Right.
even
So
if
as
it's
long
in
as
the
I-
back of the head.
As long as I
Yeah.
don't have a gun, well, it's not going to stop them but you know,
Mm-hmm.
maybe a slight obstacle.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God! Sean McCarthy beat himself to death with a copy of The Devil's Chessboard.
Yeah, I mean they'll literally just hang me, and then
Yeah.
I'll say, "Oh yeah," you know, or they'll
Well,
Lots
me,
of
they're
ways of
gonna
doing
they're
it.
gonna use the heart attack gun on me, and no one's gonna be surprised.
exactly.
You know,
Legally, weapon-wise,
they're gonna
what
show
can
my
you
debit
care?
card transactions and be like, he went to Burger King 3 times a day. Of course, he had a heart attack.
Well, I know the blade can only be
like-
so long in New York State, right?
Mm.
I know I've teased the Oklahoma City bombing episode before, but we will do it soon. But just Terrence Yecki, he was the hero cop who saved at least 3 or 4 lives on the day of the Oklahoma City bombing, and became like extremely suspicious and thought, you know, he saw like other bombs unexploded when he went in there, and he started investigating. And he was going to meet with these kind of like very two suspicious kind of like FBI type people, and he intentionally didn't bring his gun with him because he like that was a precaution, because it's like if you bring your gun,
Right.
they just kill you with your gun and it's a suicide.
And they claim you either pulled it out.
They
at one
fucking
point.
killed him anyways and staged it as a suicide. so
slit his throat
it,
and all this
yeah,
shit.
right. They slit his wrists. He had like handcuff bruises on his arms. He was very, in my opinion, very clearly murdered. But
They're like, he
So-
ran himself over with a truck.
Yeah, they were like, "Oh my God, gay sex in 1993."
So I guess
Crazy,
actually,
whenever it happened.
And by the way, if the CIA ever kills me, I was not having gay sex. Okay.
that would be great.
Yeah.
Just to kind of like dab on you.
Yeah.
Just your asshole like wrapped around.
Oh no, he has so much
Your
gay sex.
your left foot.
I will not kill myself. I will not have gay sex.
But yeah, I guess as I'm talking it over, it's like Terrence Yecki intentionally did not bring his gun to this meeting,
Right.
and they still like suicided him anyway. So as I'm talking it over, yeah, I might as well just buy a gun anyways.
Right.
Doesn't make a difference.
Right.
You can take all the precautions you want.
Right. Yeah, and then they'll be like, yeah, his Patreon just never grew in over 2.5 years. Like, why? Of course he committed suicide.
Exactly.
But
By
even
the way,
like
I
a
am gonna-
taser, are we allowed to carry tasers in New York City?
I don't think
Motherfuckers
so.
aren't even allowed to have pepper spray.
You're so neutered.
And because they're not allowed to, let alone people don't even consider it, you know, sometimes with certain mindsets where they go, why would I even need pepper spray?
But let me ask you this: don't you feel like, I mean, if this woman had pepper spray and she used it, now you have a whole gang of white supremacist motocross riders that are mad at you.
But
so I
I
think she really handled this very well, like as
She
best
did-
as she could have.
She did. She did a great job. I just think there's other
She
stories
pushed the guy
where,
off his bike.
You know, it's 2 people there, a guy and a girl, which
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll get to either on this episode or the Patreon.
Yeah,
You know, boyfriend and girlfriend, and one person attacks someone.
yeah,
You know, I mean, every girl I've ever been with, I give them like I always, within the first year of dating them, they get like 4 gifts from me that are like some version of pepper spray and something to escape a car if they drive into a ravine and start drowning.
yeah.
You know, those little things that boom will
Oh.
pop your glass window.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, every girl I've ever dated, I make sure they get one for some reason.
That's a good Valentine's
What is it, like a
gift.
hammer that breaks the window?
It's like
or
this little. It punches out what I think is like some type of blade that will just pop a glass window. You see people doing it to people they argue with now. Like it'll be a guy in his car filming someone arguing with them, and then they walk up to his window and boom, they'll pop it and then walk away. I got that on tape, you jerk. You know. Yeah.
What's the protocol for your car going into a body of water, though? And what if you have a kid in the back? You get.
I think you're supposed to just
Go out through the
write a
window?
letter to Eminem before you do it. That's the protocol. That's about it.
Dear Mike, I've been emailing the Patreon and you ain't been returning.
I spent $50 and still no calling.
And everybody who wanted Scott off the show, I bet you feel pretty stupid right now, huh? Yeah, I don't want to. What do you do? Because your car goes into a ravine. You roll the windows down and get out that way.
I think you're toast. That's why you need stuff like that. Something that can actually.
But if you pop the window, the water's going to start coming in. You wait for it to fill up, and then you swim out.
Yeah, there are weird
'Cause you
rules
can't
about
open the
like
door,
a
I don't
certain.
know.
You have to be Neil.
I'm surprised I
You
don't
go.
know
I
that.
wish I didn't think Neil deGrasse Tyson
What
was
the
so
fuck?
annoying. I wish he wasn't such a condescending fuck.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would have heard that.
This was on an NPR episode
about
that I
water
turned
pressure.
off.
And,
Yeah,
yeah.
I turned it off to listen to Joe Rogan talk to.
But yeah, no, there is something you must do. It's definitely get the fuck out. I know a lot of people just freeze. I have a buddy who drove into a lake. He's dead now, but not from that. But he drove into a lake and he was able to get out quickly. I think his windows were open.
The windows are open. Yeah. No, the protocol if you're in a car and you go into a body of water is you wait for Ted Kennedy to rescue you. just hold tight. He's gonna be there any second now.
He's a man of honor. That's a decent family.
Sweetheart, I'm on my way.
That was to the other woman, though, right?
Yeah.
Just
sit tight. I'll be right there. I don't know how he'd be communicating with her in the 1960s, but.
Wait, the Ted Kennedy story, he like woke up the next morning to phone calls, right?
Right. He went.
What a piece of shit.
Well, and it's like.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, that one, there is a conspiracy theory on that one. I don't know if I buy it. But the conspiracy is he didn't even know the woman was in the car. She was like in the back seat or like passed out on the floor or something like that.
Okay, because he was driving with her and he escaped.
Yeah, and it's like, probably I buy the official story there that he was just like having an affair and wanted to keep it hush hush and then and left the scene. I watched that movie Chappaquiddick. Good movie.
Yeah.
Well, how strong
remember
is
one
like the
time-
fear of your wife finding out you're cheating? that
You just let
someone's
a woman
drowning and you're
die.
like, my wife is gonna kill me, and you just rush home as your car.
No,
Just
my
Deb.
political career.
Just Debbie, like, why are you soaking wet?
yeah.
Me and the boys had a water balloon fight. We were doing bonding for the show. We had a water balloon fight at 2 a.m.
He's like driving in the car and she's like, so when are you gonna tell your wife about us? It's like, whoa, two birds, one stone, huh?
I might. Deb is kind of scary. Anyway,
You might leave your mistress to drown, is what you're saying.
yeah. If it meant I don't have to get yelled at by Deb.
You're just so afraid of confrontation.
No, I'm just afraid of her. Have you ever been yelled at by Deb?
No.
Have you ever seen her mad?
I don't think so. I hope not.
Oh, I'm sure it's scary.
It's scary.
I'm sure it's different.
It's not scary, but she'll hit. She'll swing.
Yeah,
she'll
those-
evolve.
She'll take a swing.
Yeah.
Those Latin and Mediterranean-blooded women.
Yeah.
They will come at you.
She'll hit you in the jaw. It'll hurt to eat food the next day if she gets really mad at you. But anyway, I remember my dad one time being like, to me and my brother, he was like, let me tell you boys something about Ted Kennedy, all right? He's a drunken murderer.
That rocks.
Yeah. Anyway, we have more about this subject to talk about over on the Patreon. We have some self-defense tips. We have another story that we want to talk about. I don't want to tease, I don't want to be like, hey, go to the Patreon because we're going to tease it. So I'm not going to say what it is, the
We
story.
shouldn't be able to make money off of this.
I'm not trying to
like the guy's
exploit.
girlfriend. No, I'm kidding.
I'm not-
kidding.
Like the people have the GoFundMe for him.
Yeah.
No, I mean, we could say it's the fucking murder video that's going around
That's
Twitter.
going around.
Yeah,
The guy got stabbed in Crown Heights.
Yeah, genuinely fucked me up.
That
Yeah.
is like if You know, I drove by where that happened the other day.
Yeah.
There was like police tape outside, and I didn't realize it until today. I was like, I drove
Instead,
by
usually they paint a bicycle by a scene. It was a unicycle.
Because he was a hipster.
Yeah. And a clown horn.
Jesus.
Okay, I'm sorry. This is
No.
all sad.
I mean, it is like Scott. You were saying before we started recording, though. It is like we all kind of have PTSD because, like, if you check Twitter in the last 3 days, you've just seen 20 different angles of a guy getting fucking murdered in front of you.
It's my look.
And like a bunch of conservatives accounts being like, yeah, take that, liberal.
Yeah, you guys know that I used to actively look up like violent videos. For some reason, it was like a way. I used to bring it up maybe last year even. Like I'd be like, oh, I saw this news thing, and it was just a video I saw on a violent website. But I stopped doing it, and I go, oh, that's good. But I wonder if I stopped doing it because every time I open Twitter, it's a violent video.
It's on his For You page.
I think it is For You. You're right.
Yeah.
But dude, I landed in Vegas, and you know it's my first time away from my dog for an amount of time. Where it's also me and Khalees share it, but Khalees was there too. So it's like we're worried about our dog being watched. And the moment I land, it's like two guys punch a 55-year-old lady in the head and steal her 12-year-old dog.
On Twitter?
On Twitter, and I got to watch this video of this dog who has been owned by this woman or, loved this woman for 12 years be taken from her by these guys who are just felt like doing it.
Yeah.
And that's what Elon Musk is doing. He's making us see the underbelly of the world.
Yeah.
Are we going to do something about it? Find out on the Patreon.
Patreon.com/OutForSmokes. We're going to go over
self-defense tips.
Self-defense tips.
And we're going to talk about the stabbing.
This,
talk about the circumstances.
This big story. Yeah. That GoFundMe though, that would be like if when Kevin Barnett died, like me and you were like, we're really sad. Can you give us some money?
We don't want to work for a little bit.
Oh, why? Because they're not married? Is that what's happening?
No, some of his
friends started a GoFundMe. For themselves, but I don't know.
For themselves.
You don't even but all the information with this stuff is so bad.
A lot of it comes from like
just lying
right-wing Twitter accounts,
yeah,
like Andy No or something. So we don't know what's real, what's not.
What's real. Anyways, join us over on Patreon. See you guys.